bargaining with the beyond. In the quiet town of Willowbrook, there resided a man named James, an avid believer in all things paranormal. He ran a YouTube channel dedicated to exploring the mysteries of haunted places, hoping to gain more subscribers and, of course, the allure of fame and fortune. One day, James uncovered an intriguing legend about an old, abandoned mansion in the woods. It was said to be genuinely haunted, with a history marred by deaths, vanishing people, and inexplicable occurrences. The idea of exploring this haunted mansion was irresistible to him. He believed it could be the key to his dreams of becoming a renowned paranormal investigator. However, James faced a dilemma. Despite his extensive knowledge of the supernatural, he had never managed to capture any concrete evidence of ghosts. His videos were filled with stories, eerie sounds, and mysterious shadows, but he lacked the undeniable proof that could catapult him to stardom. James set out and searched the woods for hours until he found the mansion. As he entered, fear and uncertainty gripped him. He took cautious steps through the eerie, dimly lit rooms, unsure of what he might find. It was on the second night of his investigation, when James was alone in the mansion, that something truly inexplicable happened. A shiver raced down his spine as an icy breeze swept through the room, even though the windows were sealed shut. He felt a presence, something he had never experienced before. Then, from the shadows, a figure materialized, its form ghostly and ethereal. It was a real ghost. The ghost, a woman from a bygone era, was unlike any other spirit he had dreamed of encountering. She was not a malevolent force, but an intelligent and articulate presence. She introduced herself as Eliza and calmly explained that she had been bound to the mansion for centuries, unable to find peace. As they talked, James realized that this was his opportunity to achieve the fame he had longed for. Eliza seemed willing to cooperate, answering his questions about the afterlife and sharing her experiences. He asked her if she would consider traveling with him to other locations, becoming the ghost that haunts them on camera. Eliza agreed to his proposal, but her terms were far from simple. She explained that as a ghost, she couldn't traverse from one location to another without a willing body to possess to become her host and guide. James, enticed by the idea of having a genuine ghost as a collaborator, agreed to be her host for the sake of his channel. Their partnership started with James feeling in control. He introduced Eliza to various haunted locations, and she provided convincing supernatural encounters for his videos. His subscriber count skyrocketed, and he began reaping the benefits of his newfound fame. However, as time passed, Eliza's demands began to grow. At first, she asked for more screen time, and James was willing to accommodate her. Then she wanted longer durations of control over his body, sometimes hours at a time. He noticed that she was becoming more possessive and demanding, making it increasingly difficult for him to maintain his sense of self. As the hauntings continued, Eliza's desires became insatiable. She started taking control for days at a time, leaving James feeling like a passenger in his own body. He grew increasingly frustrated, and arguments between the two became more frequent. James had unwittingly created a monster in his pursuit of fame. Finally, after an especially heated argument, Eliza made a chilling proposition. She wanted one last haunting for James at the mansion where they first met. James hesitantly agreed, hoping that this might be the end of their tumultuous partnership. The night of their return to the mansion arrived, and the atmosphere was thick with tension. Eliza, in control of James's body, led him through the familiar haunted halls. But when they reached the room where they had first encountered each other, her true intentions became clear. With a surge of supernatural power, Eliza forcefully ejected James's spirit from his body. He watched in horror as she took over, her ghostly form inhabiting his life. She turned the camera on herself, addressing James, the former YouTuber, who was now a helpless spectator in his own body. As Eliza continued to speak to the camera, James realized the terrible truth. She had orchestrated this entire plan to take over his life, to have his subscribers, fame, and money. She had lured him into a trap, and now he was the one left to haunt the mansion. With his spirit now damned, James could only watch as Eliza, in control of his life, reaped the rewards of his fame. The viewers of his channel were none the wiser, captivated by the charismatic ghost who had taken over. In the end, James's quest for fame had not only cost him his integrity, but his very existence. He was now a ghost, imprisoned in the very location where he had sought to make his name in the paranormal world. The mansion became his eternal prison, with no one to help him, for the ghost who now possessed him had purchased the property and had it demolished, ensuring that James was truly lost in the afterlife, with no way out. Dare to delve into the unknown with chilling ghost tales? Then subscribe for weekly videos of the eeriest tales and darkest legends now.